It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got... It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. Meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no...
Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The wait is finally over. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
Throwing on first down. Banks. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Banks. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Back to throw. Banks.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. On 1st and 10, Banks buying time, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done
on 1st down. Banks. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. Banks. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From the gun, Banks. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. Banks toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dallas Goedert there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
It doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a short...
Banks dancing to his left. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. This quarterback now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
11 yards there, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. To throw again. Banks. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. To throw on third down. Banks. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check it back, check it out. Out. Watch the ship, Hey, watch the ship.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Anunwa again the intended target, but it'll be second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. Of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Fournette. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Banks. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Banks. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Back to throw. Banks. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? And Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Banks. The quick slant caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end. Off play
action. Banks eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
You see me? You see me?
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. On 1st and 10, Banks forced out to his left. And a loose football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Hey, hold on. 58, go. Hey, here we go. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Hey. Hey, 58 is a Mike. Go 58.
To throw on second down, Banks. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Banks flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Being chased out left. He'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Banks. And that is incomplete here.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Let's go now. 58 on the base.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Banks. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. On 1st down, Banks. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 40. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Face mask.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They go to Johnson again. Oh, no, he lost the football. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Back to throw. Banks buying time, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried.
Fournette, a first down carry. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Off play action. Banks. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Banks. And he's got a moonwalk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Looking to throw. Banks dancing to his left. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Banks steps away to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Off the play fake. Banks. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st and 10, Banks. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
It is just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Jaguars, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they...
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like think you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part like them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.